In these sessions, I will briefly introduce about Microsoft Teams and the use cases of Microsoft Teams at UQ. After that, I will invite you to join a training site where you will practice the different activities that a student can do in a team site. And after that, you will be provided with your own course team where you will be the course owner or the course coordinator to set up and design your site. And finally, I will provide some information about our e-learning support and services. So as you might have known, Microsoft Teams is a collaborative and communication platform in which the users can direct messages each other or send message for a group, use it for video conferencing and collaborate on file whenever you are and in whatever work arrangement, hybrid work, online work, you can always collaborate with each other in real time. And increasingly, Microsoft Teams has been used in business and in government and also in education. Just briefly about the expanded access. So student email have just been joined to the staff tenancy and they have more access to the Microsoft 365 suite. So you can see that there are a lot of apps that they can have access now compared with previously. And mostly they would have access to the cloud storage, including the forms and other apps that you can see on the screen. At UQ, we promote 4 use cases for teaching and learning. So the first one is that it can be used as an alternative to the traditional platform for discussions and Q&A sessions. And students can do more collaborations in teams. For example, they can work on Word document or PowerPoint presentation in their own time, and then their contribution will be updated live on the document, on the shared document. And if you have a big class and you want tutorial groups where the tutors can communicate with their own groups, you can set up whether an open or a private tutorial groups. And similarly, for group assignment, you can create a private channel which provide a private space for the student to collaborate with each other. And in terms of the terminologies, when you receive our newsletter or any notifications about our communications about Teams, we use Teams or Microsoft Teams to refer to the product in the Microsoft 365 suite, whereas team or course team referring to the collaborative space within the Microsoft Teams or the individual teams that you are working with. So as the academic, when you click on Teams, you will see that you have 2 classifications. One is the classes or the course team, and the other is the professional teams that you are currently working with. And this team, you can hide the teams that you are no longer working or do not want to get the update from these teams. And the difference between the class team and professional team is the channel on the top of the teams here. And we will work more on those channels and the channel underneath the main channels here when we go to the training site. So now I would like you to go to your Microsoft Teams app and then click on the Teams class and find the Microsoft Teams training courses here. So this is the one that we are using for the training today. So I have just moved to my Teams site here, and I will give you a couple of minutes so that you can access Teams. Yeah, just checking that, is there anyone in the group that you do not have the Teams app on your device? Oh, good, yeah. And Rena, I see that you are in the group as well. Would you like to be added onto the training site?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Sure, sure. Yes, yeah. So just one click here and you will be on the side. So if you have a student that are not in the Teams yet, you can add member quickly, like what I am doing with Rena now. So I'm just simply finding Anna's email. And if for the student, make sure that this is the student email. It will show their UQ username, the S123456 at uq@edu .au, and make sure that they are member and then add. And if you want to add a staff as the owner, you will change the member role into the owner role. So let me show you in Teams here. So when you go into Teams, you will see that there are classes, teams, and hidden. And I have collapsed all of them, so you will see only the 3 categories. So this one is the professional teams. And if any teams that I do not want to have updates, I can simply click on more options and hide them. And they will be moved to the hidden list. And after the workshop today, if you want to leave the teams, no problem with that. You go to the 3 dot and then select leave. But do not delete the team. Of course, you cannot delete this one because you are a member. But for other teams, better way you can hide or leave the team rather than delete that. So what you are looking, what you are seeing on my screen is the grid view of all my courses. I have a lot of courses for the training purpose, but for you, you will see only the courses that you are enrolled as the instructors. And I have seen that some of you have activated the course, which is fine. And in order to change between the 2 view, you can go to the setting, the 3 dot on the top. And please do this with me. Go to the top, click on the 3 dot, and go to the settings. I will show you how to change between the list view and the grid view. So grid view is better for the class team. However, when you have to find the teams easily, maybe the list view is better. After that, you can click on appearance and accessibility. Scrolling down to the layout and you will see grid or list. So let me change to the list and then I will show you how it looks like. So this is the list view. I have all the courses that I have been creating the teams before, and I have put them all in the hidden list. So these are all the workshops that I have requested, and with the numbers here, I have better control of my teams. So it depends on your use. You can change between grid view and list view. And for the workshop, I am going back to my grid view because it is better for the class team. So when you look at your class, probably you will see the class that you are enrolled as the instructors and the 2 courses today. One you are enrolled as the student and the other as the instructors for the training purpose. So when we go to the class team here, I will show you the channel under the title later when you are the owner. And now let's talk more about the channel, the main channels down here. So we are in the general channel here. And as the instructor, I would like to use this channel for posting the announcement and any update. So I have already selected. I go to manage channel and go to the setting and I have already selected only owner can post messages here because I do not want the student to post in the announcement area. And just a note that we still use Blackboard for announcement. Sometimes course coordinator might repost the announcement in Blackboard here, and they often add the bracket repost from Blackboard so the student knows that the one that they read in Blackboard is the one that they read in here. And before today, I have added a check-in. So if you see that one, can you please check in with how did this week feel for you? And then I will show you how to create that later when you are in your team. Yeah, and thank you for all the reaction. Yes, very cute. And underneath general, so general is the template. It goes with the template from Microsoft Teams. The other channel from 1 to 4 are the template requested by UQ. So at UQ, we wanted to create the pre-created channels here so that it maintain the consistency between courses. However, these channels are not locked. If it doesn't suit your course, you can delete the channel or you can edit the channel. For example, in this course here, I think it's good to have a course discussion. So I have this channel, but as the owner, I can edit the channel. And then let me talk about the social channel first down here. The social channel can be a channel where you can get the student practice some of the skill here if they haven't used Teams before. So I have created this post, and now I would like you to make a post about your Christmas holiday. So you can use any topic, but to start a post here, you can click on start a post. You can make a very simple one, like I will do nothing. And then, yes, yeah. And just make a post. But to make the post more exciting, like the one that I have post here, you can start a post again, and then next to the post button, there's a post type where you can select and change that into announcement. And for that, you can select an image that you have on your device. Let's see, is there any other interesting image? So for example, I will hang out with my team, then I will, yeah, my team often have a lot of group photos, so I can, is here, hang out with my friend. Yeah. Okay. And then make a post. Yep. So now I would like you to make your own post in the social channels here. And yeah, of course, people can be react with each other, coordinating a summer school. So for example, Barbara choose to reply on my post, which is also good. Yep. Yeah. Thank you, Chris. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fair enough. We still have a long way until Christmas. So on the personal note, I will be visiting my family in Vietnam. So airplane need to be organized now. Otherwise, the price will be very high. Lots of food. Yeah, I love that. Larissa. Yeah. Um, uh-huh. Yeah, interesting. Yeah. This year is a busy one for our team as well, with a lot of new project. Travel home, yay. Where is your home, Marianne? Yeah, Anthony, I hear you. Yeah, so you can see that student can post different information here. So it can be a good icebreaker activity to start the student to get to know teams, get to know each other, have some fun, try the different gift or emoji, react to each other. But at the same time, you can see that I have notifications here. So channel notifications, by default, they are off. But then I would receive notification when people react to my post. So ITS recently have a very good guide on how you can manage your digital presence. I am going to copy that one, go back to the general channels here, and I'm going to start a post because I want to share the link with you. This one is, yeah, it's say manage your digital presence. I changed that one to the post. I do not want the announcement. So I simply share this link here. And if I think that this link is a very important one that people would like to know that, so another way that I can manage this one here is to, sorry, that one I cannot make into a tab. So I simply created a post here in the announcement so that people can access and check out the link. And in this guide, ITS have provided a few ways so that you can manage your notifications and set a status message. So set a status message, if I go up to my profile icon up here, if you click onto that, you can set a status message. For example, because the student have the possibility to direct message you, you can let the student know that message from staff only. Student, could you please send message to the channel that we clarify in the course? Yeah, something along that line. So, for example, I send my message on a workshop. Show people when they message me if I click down here, but of course, yeah, my message is a bit short, so maybe I'm not setting that one up right now, but this is how you know that you can set a status message here to let the student know what is the specified communication channel for your course. And we also have the guide on how to manage your notifications. So for example, if any of you can please send me a message so that I can show you how it looks like when you are teaching or having a video conference like the one that I am having here, and I receive the message from others. Maybe Tanya, can you please okay, so because I have changed, let me show you, because I present in my other screen and I leave my main screen. I do not share the other screen, so you do not see the message. So, okay, let me stop sharing this and then I share the other screen so that you can see. Can you please send me a message? Any of you? So when I receive a notification, because of the setting that I have used, it only show the notification without showing the preview of the message. So that is better. And all of that are included in our guide on notification. And you will find out the guide from here. But also at the end of the workshop, I will be sharing you all the resources that we have for Teams. Yeah, thank you very much for posting in the, wow, that's very nice, Emma, posting in the social channels here, right? And another activity that I'd like you to join is course discussion. It's pretty much the same with the other activity, but to showcase that you can continue the conversation that you are teaching in your lecture in a course discussion channel. So the question here is that why would you use Microsoft Teams for your course? Can you please reply to this post? And what are the tools that you might consider for the same purpose? So it is in the course discussion channel. Yeah, collaboration in groups. Yeah, allow students to collaborate. Yeah, currently you use Google Doc. Yeah, we will talk more about the collaboration in, yeah, in project group. Yes, organization of tasks. Yeah, we can use that planner or the list to let the student to organize the task, assign the task to each other. Communication all in one place. Yes, to reduce the email individual to you. Yes, assessment related question. Yeah. Otherwise, student will ask you the same question again and again. Yeah, course discussion asynchronously. Yeah. So yes, the student can contribute to the discussion in their own time, which is great. Yeah, peer learning, engagement, weekly content. Yep, that's right, a chat space. Awesome. So for the chat space, we have two options here, either in the group project or in the group chat, which we are going to practice the next. And you can see that in this channel, I do not receive more notifications because the channel is, the notification of the channel is off. So I do not receive notification, but I will see the channel change. It will become bold like this one, so that I know there are new content. And you can always search within the channel. So you can do a search up here. This one is any content. You can search for that. And you can use the Control F here. Let's see if people talk about collaboration. Yeah, and then I can see, okay, this is Phoebe talk about collaboration. Melissa's also mentioned that. And if I search about communication, yeah, and then I talk about project work, yeah. So you can use the find in channel to search for more information. Similarly, in the Q&A area here, we can create a channel for the student to ask their question about assessment. So like someone mentioned that you can have A1 Q&A. So all questions for assessment one in one channel. And we will let the student know that check if someone has asked the question that you have, and then they can always search within the question. So find in channel or Control F to ask if anyone, to check if anyone have asked the question. And for this one, I make it very general that teaching staff will respond to your question, but you can make it very specific that teaching staff will respond to your question within 24 hours or 48 hours or within 1 hour. It depends on your communication with student. All right, so let's do. Yeah. And in terms of communication, the student can create the calendar invite. So in Teams, can you see that? We have the calendar here. So they can practice creating the meeting. So let me move to the next week to see if I have a better calendar here. Yeah. So the student can click on a space here. And then let me bring this one to this. Yeah. At the title, first group meeting. Group meeting one, and then I would add the attendee. I add Chris here. And it also show me whether Chris is free or not. So it is quite handy. And then I will add another team member. Yeah, it's good. Another team member is free. Tanya. Tanya is busy. And then from that, I can check if I can find a free time for everyone. But just a note that these are all professional people. So they use Outlook and they add their calendar in here. But for the student, I'm not sure whether they add their activities. So it might be for free. It might show that all of them are free, but indeed they are not free in that time. So but this is a possibility for the student to create a group meeting in Teams. And now let's talk more about the collaboration in Teams. So previously, I have created the private group here because I created the group and I am owner of the team. So I have access to all the group here. And each of you will belong to one of the group. And if you want to check who are within your group, you can go to the arrow up on the top right here. Click on that arrow and then see all, and you will see all the members who are added onto your private group. So I just use the registration list and then pull 5 or 6 of you into a group. And what the team can do within the project group is that the first thing they can call each other using the video icon on the top here. So a project group meeting, easily you can come here. And the other that they can do is that they can create a file in their project group. And I have two notes to talk about file here. So if you create a file, if you go to files and then you upload a document from your personal drive, then it will create a copy, and that copy will be available, accessible to everyone in the group. For example, earlier today, I create a file. Actually, I uploaded a file. It is called the Microsoft Teams Bookshop, an Excel file. So that one would be accessible to everyone. But this is not my original one. It is my copy from my personal drive. So if I make some update in here, everyone in the team will receive the updated information in the file. But if I update it from my original file, then the update is not updated in here. So make sure that you create a new file here, or you upload one file from your personal drive. As we are within the file area here, I can show you the class material. So class material is auto-created by the class team. And the class material is the area where you can upload any document that you do not want the student to edit. So this one is the read only. And again, because I upload here, it is a copy of my original. So if I uploaded this file a few days ago and this morning I had some addition, it is not updated in here. And another way you can share the file to the student is to share the link. But you need to make sure that you manage the access to allow all the students to have access from the link that you share. Yeah. So for that one, the first activity that I would like you to do is to create a document in your group. So each of you will create one. Usually in a group, one student only will create the document, and then everyone will collaborate on that document. But for the purpose of practice, I would like each of you to create. And before that, I show you the course resources here. So this is a channel where only myself and the teaching staff have access, and I have created a few activities here so that I can post that in multiple channels. So let me show you how to do that. This is the post with the instruction. And then if I want to post on multiple channel, I click on edit button. And then I click on the settings up on the top of the post. And then I select multiple channel. And it allowed me to select multiple channels in here. So select that. And then I will write the Italy Microsoft Teams training, because I have a lot, so I need to search by typing the name. And then I wanted to post on the project group channel here. So I'm going to do that and then update and then post. So now all of my project group channel will have one activity. And for that, I would like you to go to your own project group and create a file assignment. Yeah. And you do not have to create any content within that. You only need to create an assignment in the file area and then edit your name in that. And Barbara, referring to your comment earlier that you say you use Google Doc. So in the same way, student can use the Microsoft Teams Doc here to collaborate with each other. And the best features I really like, and I repeat that many times, that when the student use their EndNote library, the reference entries sync up very nicely at the end. So I will give you a few minutes so that you can practice, create a document in your own project group. Yep, Sarah has a question. Can students make these groups for themselves? Yeah, for that one, let me show you the channel. So if I go to manage team and then I go to the channel setting, actually it is a setting, and then member permission. So the permission for the teams here, it doesn't allow the student to create channel, delete channel. So these are the default permission. We do not allow students to create or update, delete, restore channel, add or remove app. We do not allow students to do that. But of course, if you are teaching and you think, yes, I want my student to do that, then you can edit the member permission of your team.
Are they
the
just,
student,
sorry, Mom.
yeah,
Are they just for the, so would that be universal to all channels, those settings? So like what I'm trying to do is basically to put yourselves in a group for an assignment piece, but I don't want to manually create or administer all of those groups.
Yeah. Good
can
question.
they then make a group for themselves, you know, and then conduct their stuff in there?
No, yeah. So yes, yeah, Barbara is vote up for your question. So for your team, for the teams here, you have to create the group yourself, or you have your tutors create their own tutorial group. But in Blackboard, we have that functionality. But if you want the student to collaborate here, you have to create the team. So I know that in a decoration course, they have to create nearly up to 100 channel. But this is the open channel. But they have to create that themselves. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, how to make a tab. Yeah, good. Yeah. Down here. Okay. So I just happened to go to project group number 1, and thank you, Alex, who have created a document here. And then if you want to make a tab, you can. I don't have permission to make a tab. Okay. Yeah, let's see. Let's see why you do not have. If I go to project group number 1 here, I can go to manage channel and I will check the setting. And again, I go to the permission, allow members to create, update, remove tabs. Okay, so if you can go to the 3 dots here, you can select make this one a tab. I don't know whether you have tried that. So now Alex can do that. Yeah. But maybe group 7, I didn't change your permission. So I go to manage channel, go to the setting, member permission, and then I need to allow members to create or remove tab. Yeah, these are the group that I created last night and I forgot. So now I will go to the setting of this group, member permission, and allow. Yeah, thank you, Emma. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, so now you can make a tab. So it seems that if you have a document or a PowerPoint, Excel file, you can make a tab quite easily. So if you want to check what you can make a tab here, you can click on add a tab and you can see different apps that you can make a tab. But currently students do not yet have access to the planner. I know that all of us love the planner, but ITS is still working on giving more access to the student. Yeah. So I do not have notification, but I can see the change in the title of the group. So I know what is going on in the group. Yeah, thank you, Tanya. And as the owner, you can see the update from different project group. Oh, okay. So Ruth, can you now make the tab because I have just changed the permission? Yes, the group have to be created ahead of time. So you wouldn't be able to modify the group on the day depending on who wanted to work together or was present. So Barbara, can you explain your question in a bit more details?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, yeah, very
But I
clear.
think Chris has answered it. So if I wanted students to write a paragraph together in class with Google, I can just make blanks, but it takes a lot of time. But at least on the day, people sitting at the same table can say, well, we'll all jump onto Google Doc number 3. But in Teams, I would need to create the folders predicting who would be there and predicting who would want to work together. Is that correct?
Okay, thank you, Barbara. So in that case, you can do a similar thing like in the Google Doc, that you create a file. For example, if it is in the course discussion here, you can create a file. These are the open channel, right? So
Okay, so everyone would see. Yeah, okay, so I
yes,
just have
yeah.
a whole lot of blank documents here. It wouldn't be in groups.
Yeah, it wouldn't be in groups. Yes, yeah.
Thank
And then
you.
assign, no worries. You can assign, okay, this group with Chris will do this document, and the other group with Amy will do this group,
Okay.
will do this file. Yeah.
Okay,
So
thank
very similar to the Google Doc. Fei Fei, do you now have the permission to do the tab? Because I have just changed the permission in those. Yeah. Okay, so that is one activity. I was able, yeah. Right, yeah. So sometime in the file area, you can make this one a tab, but sometimes it's not available for, it seems that it's not available for the members or the student. You have to make it from your post down here. Yeah. So this is how the student can collaborate on the file. But we only make the tab when there, okay, again, we only make the tab for limited document because we do not want to stop off all of the tab up here. I think the better way is to arrange things in the file without having all the tab. The tab is only for a document that everyone have to refer to on a regular basis. So it is like a shortcut. And now another use case is for tutorial group. So the tutorial group, I set it up myself, but I do not want to do all the work in the tutorial group. So what I have done here is that I will show you. I make Amy Chan as the owner. So Amy, you are tutorial tutors for Tuesday. Could you please add maybe 5 members in tutorial 1? So what you need to do is that you need to add your tutors into the tutorial group so that they can help you add the student. So Chris, you are in tutorial 2 as the owner. And also, can you help add 5 students? Yeah, just for the practice. So don't worry if you add duplicate student. And I'm not sure Adriana is here today. I make her the owner of tutorial on Thursday. So what I meant is that you can add the tutors as the owner of the tutorial group, and then the tutors will be able to add students into their own. And this is a private channel, and they can communicate within that channel. And you, as the owner, you have access to all the private group, private channel in your team. Okay, so group 6, maybe I haven't changed group 6 permission. Let me see the setting. Yeah, I haven't changed, Barbara. The permission are not enabled in group 3. Let me check the setting of group 3. Yeah, it allowed. Yeah, let me see group 3. So Sarah, would you like to click on the 3 dot here and then see if you can make a tab? Select make a tab within your post. Okay, thank you, thank you. Okay, you can't make a tab yet. Let's see. All right, yeah. So what you need to do is that you need to get the link copy the link from your own document. Go to the post, make a post, and then you can make a tab. Amy, are you able to add the student? Yeah, I'm just checking if you can add the student in here. Right, you can. Yeah, so as long as you are the owner of the channel, then you can add the members into your channel. Yeah, all good. Thank
No,
you.
sorry, Hong, it might just be taking a little while because
To update.
yeah, it doesn't look like I'm the owner yet in my group, but I don't know why. Yeah.
You are the owner in the tutorial Tuesday.
Oh, gotcha. Yep.
Yeah, but
Yeah, no, it took a while to update. Yep.
sure. Yeah, thank
Cool.
you for that. Yeah. And within the project group, student can collaborate on the document. That is the first thing. And then they can meet. That is the second thing. And the third thing is that they can create a group chat. So if you want to create a group chat, let me show you how to create the group chat. I go to the chat first. And then for this one, I am going to search for the person. So I'm searching Nathan. And then I'm going to write something to Nathan. Let me see. Maybe I am with Marianne first. And then if I add other members in my team, I click on the people icon and then I add Amy and I add Barbara. To be careful to select the right person. Yeah. And then I add Nathan. And then I create the group. And you can edit the name of the group chat. So I edit this. And then, for example, my group name is Shooting Star, for example. All of us are stars. So I save the name here. And within this group chat, we can chat with each other. And the good thing is that I have tried, if I copy the link from our shared document, if I update it here, it will be the same source and my group can continue working with the file in the chat as well as the file in the group project. But I think that the safe method is for the student to access the file within their group project so that all the update will be on one source and they will make sure that they do not create different copies of the collaborate assignment. Yeah, so right, yeah, thank you, Emma. Very useful for that. Yeah. Thank you. So we can see how already we have a lot of collaboration within that mini course. And the other channel I want to show you is the assessment at the course Q&A. So in case you still have questions that we haven't answered, you can always ask the questions in this channel Q&A and I will answer your question. So that is, let me check, is there any other collaborations that I need to tell you? Otherwise, we can move on to the teams where you are the owner. Okay, yeah, I think, yeah, we are good here. No, we do not have to be in the tutorial group, Bruce. A very keen learner. I only want to show that for the tutorial group, I need to add the owner so that the tutors who are the owner in that tutorial can help me adding their own student. To ask anonymous question, now, Stephanie, they cannot ask the anonymous question here because Teams is designed for professional use as well as for education. So there's no anonymous question as in the Add Discussion Board. If you really want the anonymous option, then Add Discussion Board is the option. Okay, so I think now we are good as a student. Before we move on, I just quickly show you the insight. So earlier today, I asked you to join the reflect activity, right? And now let me show you the insight before we move on. So if I click onto the insight, I have the whole class list. And then I can see the digital activities. And I also know that Haida often work early in the morning. Yeah, I know that the details, maybe you do not like that very much if you are the student. But the student do not have access to the insights. And basically, insights provide you the analytics on the communication and collaboration trends in your class. And then it showed that, yeah, last week the student were inactive, yeah, which was fine because last week there's no learning. And the mood trend is that, yeah, most people feel, okay, that's good. And yeah, understand, yeah, some people feel tired, yeah, content, happy, and you can see that, you can see the name of the people, of your own student. And there are settings. The setting can allow you to see the student's name, or you can turn off your student's name. But again, students do not have access to this. And two students working early, including Steph and Haida. And these are the file that I have posted. And it says that these are the click. So these are the number of students who have accessed the file. And the communication trend, yeah, we have a lot of communications happening today. So these are all the post replies and reaction in the class. Yeah, and if I want to check out the student, I can check on their name. So I select Chris, for example, and then, okay, so within 1 hour in the morning, he have 5 posts, 18 reactions. Yeah. And if I have a file for the class to collaborate, like the file that mentioned by Barbara earlier today, you will see the contribution data as well. So this is the insights that you can check out when you move to your own course team. Let's see if we have any question. Yeah, it's scary. Yeah. Activity in Outlook tool. Yeah, Marianne, so what is your question about measurement of the activities in Outlook tools? Yeah, for that one, I'm not quite sure. So Marianne, would you like to clarify your question? How is activity? Yes, yeah, thank you for your question. So this one, I think it's basically, it's the click data. For example, in the file here, in the file, I can see how many people click because I choose Chris. So now I need to go back to the whole class. Let me see how I can go back to the whole class. All student. All right, yeah. So this is the file here. I can see how many students access the file, and they count the number of posts and the number of reaction. So for this one, you have the aggregated number of posts and the click. So not very sophisticated data, but these are the basic analytics that we can get from the insights here. All right, so I think now we can move on. Yeah, no worries, Marianne. We can move on to the teams that you are assigned in as the owner. So for Chris and Tanya, you have your previous team. And for everyone else, you have one of the team with the numbers here. And let's check what you can do with your course as the owner. Yeah, there's a few activities that you need to do before you activate your course. First, you need to access your course team. And access is quite straightforward. I have shown you before. Then you should create your team icon. You can add the members or owner if you need. Okay, so let's do one by one first. create your team's icon. So I'm going to send you this link in the chat so that you can create your team's icon. Yeah, good question, Barbara. Yes, this is for this team. And if you want to have the analytics of all the teams that you have, you can click on the three dot and it's a your teams and channel. And then there's an analytics area where you can see where you have an aggregated view of all teams, but they do not have the analytics for all teams together. It provides you an aggregated view. So that one is when you are in the teams, and next to join or create team, you have the more channel options. So click onto that, team by team. Yes, yeah. So now the link that I sent you, probably when you click on that, it gives you, it might not let you to get inside the link first, but click on access the link anyway. So from here, you can choose to download the Teams icon. And before that, remember to enter your course code and download the Teams icon. So the Teams icon is optional, but it will get the student to recognize your teams easily when they have a list view or grid view of all the courses that they are in. Yep. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you. Let's join your own team and then I show you the setting of the general. And after that, when you have already downloaded your Teams icon, you can click on Manage the Team. And then Settings, and you will see that you can change the pictures. Yeah, so I give you another minute so that you can change the pictures of your team. For example, Tanya and Chris didn't use the course code, but use an image. This is also fine. Yeah. So for me, I really like mine because it looked quite outstanding. But for the real course, let me show you. This is the real course, MEDI 7200. Simple, but easily recognizable. This course, EE Entrepreneur something, but they haven't changed their icon. So it will be a bit more difficult for students to realize. How to create? Yeah, sure. First, that is the link that I previously posted in the chat. Let me post that here again. So click on, sorry, Ruth. So each of us are provided a Teams here, a Teams with number. So if you go back to your Teams, you will see a team, Italy Microsoft Teams with a number. You click on that team.
Yes,
you
but
are
how
the
do I
owner
know
of that.
which one? How do I know which one?
You don't know which one. Let me find here, and then I will find which one. Give me another minute. Yeah, I have Ruth Teams 18.
Okay,
18.
thanks.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah. And then in the link that I show you here, let me show Emma. This is the link, the banner. You enter your course code here. So for example, your course code is Emma 2024. Then you click on download the team icon. After that, you go to your own team. I do not remember your team, but if you click on any team, you go to the three dot next to the team's name, manage team, and then setting, and then you can change the picture. So I know that Fei Fei, you are in workshop 29, so I'm not going to change Fei Fei's team into Emma's team. 31. So Emma, I will let you to change the icon yourself. Emma 2024, very cool. Yep, so I can see that some of you have changed. Yeah, you have Sarah 2024, XMD 3070, Emma 4000. Yep. Pool 101, Decor 3800. Yep. And yes, we have an easy one. Fake 1, 2, 3, 4. Straightforward. All right. Okay, so now we will go channel by channel. First, let me show you homepage. The homepage is linked to the SharePoint. However, currently there's a bug in the homepage. Some of you click to the homepage and you see the error message. And the way to fix that is very simple. I find it out by accident, so I'm very excited about that. You click on the general channel and you click on the files in general. It also shows you some kind of error mistake. And don't worry, you go back to the home page one more time, and then it will create the home page for you. However, we do not use the home page because the home page here is like the home page for the LMS, which we already have our Blackboard to post all of our learning material there. And student view of the home page is the same as your view. And we will let the student know that, no, we are not using the home page. And when everything in the home page is fixed, in general, if you click in files, you will see a class material folder available for you. No, it comes with the package. It comes with the template, Sarah. Yeah, we receive a lot of questions. If we do not use, why don't you just hide all of them? Yeah, that would be very good. But yeah, currently we cannot. And yeah, that is the homepage. So I'm just checking if anyone can see the class material folder within the general channel. Yeah, some of them do not have the mistake. I don't know why. And some of the courses, because I fixed that, I go through a few and then I fix that. But then I think let's the other course fix it so that you know the steps. You do not see that, okay? So Barbara, you click on the homepage first, and then you click on general, you click on files, and then you click back on the homepage. It will, I have the option to upload class material, but no to answer. What does that mean, Ruth?
Just to answer your question, no, I don't have the class materials, but I have the option to upload class materials.
That is still the same.
Okay,
no, sorry,
good.
not the same, but okay, how about you click on the homepage and then you click again on the general file to see if the issue fixed.
No,
And for
not
that,
yet.
Not yet, yeah. For that, I have developed the guide, so I will send you and show you the guides on that as well. So what we want is to have that folder, because that folder is read-only. So if you upload anything in there, the student will need to come and download, for example, the template, and they do not edit the information in that. You do not have the class material, all right? So if you click onto the home page and then click back to the general, click to the files. It's a new course and it is the bugs and the vendor is aware of that. They will need to fix this and it should be fixed. You do not have to fix it yourself like this. So let me check with Emma. Emma, can you now click back and forth between the homepage and the general, and then can you see the class material folder within files? And if not, we can move on. Yeah. And again, we do not use the homepage. And similarly, it takes a while, sometimes several attempts. Yeah. For that one, but this should be fixed. And for the class notebook, it is like a share area when the whole class can take notes together. I am aware that in high school, they use this option so that the student can take notes and share their notes, but it is not applicable in higher education. So we can safely ignore that channel. And if you want to use that, you will need to set up the class notebook and then let the student know that they can come and take notes. But at UQ, we do not promote that use. Yeah, that's right. First, it is the error message, Nicola. And after that, it will show you, the class material will be available, but it takes a few attempts clicking back and forth. Yeah, it's very funny, very annoying mistake. Sorry, error, not the mistake. Okay, so if you haven't been able to look at the homepage, that's fine. That's fine because we're not going to use it in real teaching and learning. Similar for the classwork, we do not use that because we have different assessment tool. But now let's click on something that is doable, the reflect. If you click on the reflect, you can create a reflect activity and you simply click on new check-in. And you can select how are you feeling today, or you can create a customized question. And before that, remember to click on the setting and select how long do you want to open this activity. You want to close that just 15 minutes or an hour, 24 hours, open for 1 week, it's up to you. So I'm going to open for a week. The broad emotion vocabulary, that means that they give a more detailed list of the emotions, so the student also knows the different vocabulary to describe the emotion. So leave it there, and then you can choose the channel. So we recommend to post that in general. Somehow the default is course discussion, so let's click onto that and select general. And here you can see that you can record name or you can unrecord name. It depends on you. And also you can select to share aggregated result with respondent. So the default is off, but I think that better to leave it off. If you want to show it, maybe take out the name. Take out the name and show that to the student. And you do not need to click on the save button, close the setting, and then create a check-in. So I give you a couple of minutes to create your own check-in in your channel. And then I haven't forget the setting that Sarah asked about the general channel. So for the general channel, if you click on the 3 dots next to the general channel, click on the manage channel. Thank you, Ruth. Yeah, finally you win over the technology, Ruth. So back again about the general channel. You click on the 3 dots and select manage the channel. And then the default is anyone can post messages. But for the general channel, we recommend that you select only owner can post the message. Then the student will need to post in the specific channel. So in at discussion, when the student posts on the wrong channel, there is an option to move the post from one channel to the other. But it seems that in Teams, you need to manually copy and create a new post in another channel and delete the one in the wrong channel. Yeah. Chris, yeah, I am not going to comment on that. But yeah, again, that one is a bug and the vendor have to fix that. Okay, so Sarah, have you been able to change the setting of the general channel?
Yeah, all good, thanks.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. And let me check what other information that we should know. Okay, so we have created the team icon. We check the and about the members and owners. So for the members and owners, let me go. We go down to the add owner and members line here. Okay, student and teaching staff are auto added on activations. So that means that if student and staff are enrolled in the Blackboard course, once the team's owner activate their team site, for example, if you click on the clock, or you click on the activate button of your team site, then all the staff and the student will be added onto the course team, and the process will be updated twice daily. So if you have a student and you are going to have a lecture right now, you can quickly add them as I add Rena earlier today. And during the update, the system will match the students or the staff email with the system. You can add the external users to your teams, and you only need to add them by email, but remember to change their name. So for example, if I have Professor Tanya, so I'm going to add members here. So this is Professor Tanya. I just make up an email and I'm not going to post that at email.com. For example, this is the email of the external, and I can click that they are the guests. I have to remember to add their names here. So this is Tanya, but I'm not going to do this because all the data will be saved at the back end of the system. So I'm not going to add Professor Tanya onto the system, but this is how you add. But then the guest need to have a free Microsoft account associated with that email address. Yeah. How are the teaching staff added? Yeah. The teaching staff, if they are enrolled into your Blackboard course as the instructor, then after each of the update, 1 a.m. in the morning, they will be added into your course team as the as a team owner. So they have the update time is 1 a.m. in the morning and 1 p.m. in the afternoon. That is the if you want to wait for the auto update. Otherwise, you can add your tutors or teaching staff using the add members in here. Then my other question is that there are many more students in teams than there are enrolled. Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah. Let me think. So maybe they enrolled in the course and they dropped the course, and we will need to wait until the update so that the data sync again from Blackboard to Microsoft Teams. And at that point, the student who dropped the course in Blackboard will be removed from the course team.
So just on that, I'm thinking of a course where we have the students are not on Blackboard and they're not on SciNet, but they are on Teams because they were once enrolled in the course and they withdrew several weeks ago.
Oh, okay. So can you please wait until maybe 2 p.m. today and check? So after the update, whether they are removed. Otherwise,
So we've been checking every day for about a week and they're still on there.
Right. Yes. Yeah. So if you can tell me the course code, then I will notify. And for that one, I show you a very cool feature here. So Barbara is going to tell me the course code, and then can you see here? I send message to myself, and I think that one is very cool feature. Barbara, can you please tell me the course code?
I'll give you FREN 1020, where it says there are 75 students to be activated on Teams, but there's 60 something enrolled.
Yeah, sorry, is that FREN and what is the
So
number?
FREN and then 10 and
Yeah.
then 20.
Yeah, so yeah, thank you.
If you
So I
could
have
also check FREN 3115. Thank you.
no worries. Yeah, I have frequent contact with ITS. But yeah, one feature here is that you can choose to send message to yourself and you pin that in the top. So any information that I need to remember, you can see that I have it here, but then I would delete them or I can edit them.
Yeah,
And I do not.
I'm on.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get back to the other channel. And for the channel here, you might see that all the main channels are now hidden. So you will need to go and show the channel. So this one is hidden. Down here, you go and you show the channel. So, and then you can edit the channel. If you do not want to use discussion, you can delete the channel or you can edit and change the name into a different name as required. So in terms of the student support, the link that we added onto your Blackboard Teams link have the support link for the student, but it's worth to let them know that if you have any technical issues, the correct way to ask for help is to contact the library Ask Us team. So provide them the link, otherwise they will contact you for technical issue. And the channel, we have been talking about the channel that the standard, we have 4 in the template, but I am aware that there is a discussion to discuss whether we should have the channel, the pre-created channel in the template, or we only have one general channel, and then the team owner will create the channel themselves according to their design and the requirement of the course. For the private channel, you have a limit of 30 channel only. And even if you delete one private channel, it is still count in the number of private channel. So currently the big courses in pharmacy are requesting additional team. So what they do is that they request an identical team, but name it Team B. And they add all the students in Team B, but they will create the private channel for the group work or group project so the student can collaborate on file. And how they request that, they go through us and then we will send the request to ITS. And we have talked about the general channel and the member permission. So I will show you again the member permission. So if you go to the 3 dots and then you go to manage team, and then in the setting, you can see the member permission, but that one is the permission of the whole team. And we would want to keep on the default setting here. We do not allow members to delete the channel. So that would be a bit messy when the student can do that. They might delete the channel by accident. So that is the team channel. But if you create the project group, and you want the student to create tab, then you would need to go to each of the private channel, click on the 3 dot, and then manage channel. And in the setting, you will see the member permission where you need to enable allow member to create tab. But if you think that tab is not too important for the project group, then you do not mention that to the student, then they will not create tab, but arrange all of their file within the file area. And for the channels guide here, we have a series of guide, and I am updating that whenever I have heard anything, any question from you or any feedback, I update the guide. So I will share with you, but in the channels here, we have guides on channels in Teams, the homepage issue, reflect channel, insights, general, standard, private. So for this one, you can you can check out the specific the details instruction. And I have mentioned this one that even though we have the template, you have all the power to redesign, create new channel as needed. Okay. Can tutors create their own teams for their group of students that sit outside the course as a whole? Larissa, tutors can create their teams as long as you add them as the owner. So let me show you. I go to my team, and currently I have my tutors, who is Nathan. So with the owner power here, authority here, Nathan can create a tutorial group, a private tutorial group. And if Nathan create the tutorial group, he has access to this tutorial group to add student, but I do not have access. Then Nathan would need to add me as another owner in the tutors, in the tutorial group. For example, I am going to add you as the owner in this class, Larissa. This, yeah. And then I change you as the owner. And remember, that is a training. As the owner now, you can create your own tutorial group. You want to make your own team. Right. So the teams, the data of the course teams come from the Blackboard. So each course have only one team. So we do not have the customized team. So if you want to create a team for your research group or for other purpose, not the teaching and learning, then yes, you can request ITS to create your own team so that you can collaborate with other researcher or your own research group, but you cannot request to create another team for your tutorial group because the data comes straight from the Blackboard course. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, so we have just talked about the homepage and the SharePoint. The setting of the general channel, the membership we have mentioned. So just some again emphasized for access the file. So when the student work on the file, it is better if they open the file in apps so that it is better for editing. So they only open in browser if they need to share the link within their group. So share a link versus upload a file. If I have a file from my personal drive and if I share the link, then no one will have access. So the better way is to upload a file within the Teams area. So now I will let you some more minutes so that you can design or create some activities within your teams. For example, you can create a course resource for staff only, a private one just for yourself, where you can create different activities. And then you can practice create a few private groups and then practice how to post the activities in different channel, in multiple channel. So if anyone want me to show how to post in multiple channel, please let me know. I have an activity ready here so that I can post in the tutorial channel. Yeah, sure. Yeah. So before that, can I please have you create a few private channel first? For example, 2 to 1, 2 to 2, and then we can practice create post in multiple channel. And the good things about multiple channel is that if you delete the post in one channel, it gives you the option to delete in all channel or only delete from one source. So that is quite handy. So 2 things you need. One is a few private channel, or it can be an open channel. And the other is we will create a post or an activity in the course resources channel. So I will wait for your signal. Okay, so Sarah, there are two things. One is that I am developing all the guides for the instructors, and the other is the workshop like this one. We open that so that staff can join the workshop like this one, and of course they can book an appointment with us. And yeah, all of my teams are training up so that we can provide similar consultation to the staff who need to use Team.
Thanks, I'm thinking that there's probably, quite a few variations on how people might use this. So I'm just making sure that they can come to you and ask them about their specific cases and find
That's right.
the best solution, because there's a lot of tools out there now, and just making sure that they are being used, effectively, and particularly that file sharing stuff. Like I can see there being some confusion or some issues with making sure that people are working on, a version of the file that's then being updated in other places and all that type of stuff.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I can see that being something that's a little tricky for people to get their head around. So if I can send them to you for, more clarification if they're still unsure, then that's great. That sounds good.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you,
Cool.
Sarah. Of course. Yeah. So now let me check if you are ready with one or two private channel and then one course resources channel. And then we will create a post in the course channel or an activity in the course resources channel. And then we will post that on multiple channels. Okay, so are you ready? I have an activity in the course resources channel here. And if I want to post that on multiple channels, first I need to click on the edit, the edit button first. And then I scroll up to the top right of the post or the activities, click on the setting, and then select multiple channel option. Edit, and then setting and multiple option. And then I click on the plus button on the top left of the post. And from there, I will be able to select the team so you can use your course code. So for example, I know that there's an Emma 4000 course code, but that is not my course. I'm going to stay with my training. Italy MS Teams training. Yeah, so this is the post that I want to post. And this activity, I want the tutorial group discuss and then make a post about the school context. So I'm going to click on tutorial 1, 2, 3 only and select update. And then I will make a post. And this connection shows that it is posted in different channel. So I'm going to check with tutorial 1. I have that activities. Yeah. Tutorial 2. Awesome. Tutorial 3. Yeah. But in case that in tutorial, sure. Yeah. I'm going to do that again. No problem. Just checking, Makalia, sorry. Do you have a private channel ready? Then you can practice creating this. Okay, no problem. You can post that on the open channel. It's all right. So suppose that you have a post somewhere. Click on the edit. Look at this one. Look for the pen button. Click on that and then click on the settings. And because previously I have selected multiple channels and now I do not have to select that again. I only need to select other channels that I need to post. So click on the plus button and then I will search for my teams. So because I have a lot, so I need to search for my teams. You might not have to. And for this one, I want to post in, because I have already posting here. I need to keep that, sorry, otherwise it will delete from tutorial. Now I want to post that in group number 1. So I check the group, click on update, and finally I can click post. And the activity will be posted in group number 1, as well as in the tutorial 1, 2, 3 that I posted it before. So you need to create the post, edit the post, click on the setting and select multiple channel, and then choose the teams, choose the channel. But if you have the teams that you design everything in this semester, in the next semester, they will create a new teams for you, and the material and the activity is not copied over to the new team. So you might need to go back to the old teams and then make copy from the old team to the new teams. That's right. Yes. Yeah. I think I'm not sure if Nathan or Chris have an explanation for this. So Nicola currently using an iPad for Teams, and a lot of options are not available for iPad. I can ask this question with ITS, so maybe I am copy your questions and then I will send message to myself.
But they might need to log in to Teams via the web. So you can go to Teams. Can't remember the website for Microsoft Teams, but you can log in to Microsoft Teams via the web. Potentially that might resolve the issue if not all the settings are available on the iPad. Otherwise, you'd have to go to like a laptop to access it. I'm not particularly familiar with the Teams app on iPad as to whether it has all the settings. But I know the Teams app on Android devices, you can pretty much do everything on the Teams app. Sometimes you will have to go between like the web version and the app version because they don't always sync up at the same time. Does that help, Nicola?
Yeah, that helps. I thought it might be the case because I've had issues with Teams in that way before. So I thought I'd just check in. I'll have a look through my browser now and see if I can try a couple of those things in case that's the problem. It'll just be a good thing to clarify with some of the students because I know that some of them come and bring iPads, and if they're trying to access some of this as we're doing it and then can't see all the buttons, we're just going to run into probably issues that we don't want or could avoid.
Yeah, iPads seem to be having lots of issues with content over the last sort of 6 months. The apps on iPads don't seem to be, I guess, working as well as they should across a number of products that we have here at the uni. So potentially it's just an issue with Apple, and when they're writing the apps for Apple, they're not being able to do them with certain features, maybe.
Yeah, I've seen the same thing with Blackboard and Turnitin, like trying to access everything on Turnitin on iPads is the same thing. So might just be that. Thank you.
Thank you, Nathan. Yes, so Barbara has the question. Sorry, I didn't pay attention. Nathan, Barbara asked if the two versions don't sync up, will it be an issue for students trying to collaborate?
The issues that I've seen in the past with syncing are more to do with membership in the team rather than to do with like using particular tools. So in the past, we couldn't we would have trouble adding a student to the system on the desktop app. But if you went into the web version, you could add the student. Those are sort of more the issues that occur. It's not to do with anything, just like writing a message in a Teams channel or something, or collaborating on a document.
Yep. Thank you, Nathan. So, Marian, you are trying to create a post on multiple channel, right? So I can see that some of your channel are now hidden. You can still post onto that, but if you want the student to have an immediate view of the channel, then you need to click on the 3 dots for each channel and select show in here so that the student can see the channel. Okay, so let's show the channel. So, okay, it does not work. Let's see. So if I go here and then, so you and I are the owner. Okay. Do the channel start as hidden by default? Yes, yeah. So not some of the channel, only general are shown, but the channel that we pre-created, somehow they are all hidden, and there's no way that ITS can make it show. So the course coordinator will need to to show this channel under the hidden. Yep, so somehow I see your post here, but I cannot edit that. But let me try to make a post in here as the owner. Let's see. Okay. Then I click on so Mary, can you see that? Okay, I go to the top, click on the setting, and then select multiple channel. And then I can select. So this one is workshop 58. So let's search for 58. And then in 58, I can select the assessment and social, and then I click update. And then I select post. You need to add a headline, okay? Headline. Okay, so for me, it works here. So Mary, would you like to try again with your post? Yeah, you have everything there, and then, yeah. It seems that you have been able to post on another channel, right? Awesome. Problem. Yep, so that is all the activities that I would like you to practice today as the student and then as the owner of your course. So in general, we can organize different activities in the class using Teams. So for the 4 use cases that we mentioned earlier, you can create different activities for the student to work. For example, one academic say that they will use Teams for discussion within their workshop because their lecture is in the workshop format. So for the different topic that they cover in the class, they want the student to add to the conversation by replying on the post in the course discussion. And other activities like the student can collaborate with each other in their own time and in whether group chat or in their own private channel. And there are 2 apps that I like to highlight, the Forms and the Whiteboard. You can use the Whiteboard to get the student do some activity in the class. And also Form, it's like the survey where you can ask a few questions and then send the link to the student. It might be done before the class or during the class or after the class. So currently, we do not have much instructions on the form or the whiteboard, but once we have created the guide on that, I will update on the website that we have. So let me grab the guide page on Microsoft. So currently, I have completed the access, the team setup, and the channel. And I am going to work more on communications, documents, mobile app, and other teaching and learning activities in Teams. And if you can bookmark this guide here. That is the whole guide page for Microsoft. And if you want to find any details, you can come and find it in here. And if any details that you cannot find and you think that is important, please let me know. And then I would update the guide.